Hey, boy. Oh, I probably don't want to go back in there, do I? Doesn't matter. Alright, what up, guys? So, I wasn't gonna make a video, but, well, this late because I got work tomorrow. But I've been watching far too many Fallout videos, and, man, I gotta say, I have, a bunch of new YouTubers I'm following. Gotta make sure you guys make some good Fallout content, bro. Like, but one thing I gotta say is I absolutely love the Fallout community, and I know that sounds weird to say, probably, but I don't love the entirety of the Fallout community, but the people that are out here just trying to play a game, just trying to, you know, get other people to hop in, enjoy the game themselves, and not hate on it. You know, those people are pretty cool. And I'm not even trying to hate on the ones that are out there hating. Like, man, I don't know what's happened recently. I know we've always, like, as people, just complained and had to say something about something, but it feels like ever since social media and internet came out, it's just gotten so much worse, you know, because I mean, I was around for, the internet was here when I was a little kid. I mean, but I wasn't on it all the time. I had a flip phone. You know, I wasn't always on the internet. So it's like I didn't see everything. So it kind of just one day, bam, flooded in. I didn't have my first touchscreen phone until I was like 15, or not 15, 18. I was in the Navy. So it's just like, I don't know. All this toxicity online just rubs off on everything. And, I'm not gonna lie, I can have terrible views and stuff when I'm in a mood, or if I have high expectations or this and that. Man, I'm trying not to be like that anymore. I'm not trying to come at something with stupid brain just to come back 5 years later and be like, okay, what the hell was I on? Because I've had that happen so many times. The one thing I will say, Fallout, um, for me is a hard, like, it's hard to pick, like, which game is overall best, I guess. I mean, for me, I would say New Vegas, but at the same time, Fallout 4 is more fun to play in the sense of gameplay. It's more fluid. It feels like newer games. Like New Vegas, best dialogue. Fallout 3, close second for me. But in all fairness, I also haven't. I'm I'm more of a casual gamer, but not really. I've played these games a lot. I just haven't beat them because like New Vegas and Fallout, was only able to play them on my Xbox, and I don't really play them on my Xbox anymore. I don't use it because I don't want to do all the work on there when I play on my PlayStation. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like I don't get anything out of it to play Fallout 3 or New Vegas on there. I'd rather play them on here where you can only stream them, annoyingly enough. So yeah, plus I just have a hard time beating open world games. It doesn't matter what it is. And like that's definitely me. Like, these games are pretty awesome. Um I will say there was a lot of things that Fallout 4 really did well that needed I was arguing with my friend about the no sprint thing, and I really don't know why I was. um I guess for nostalgia purposes, which is why when he was like at the end of it, I pretty much like knew he was right, so I kind of shut up. It was like there's no point to argue, like the sprinting in a game, like that's key. And I've heard a lot of other players say that they actually want sprinting in New Vegas, or like it would have been better Which it's like, okay, yeah, I guess that's just a nostalgia feeling, because I don't know, it just feels like New Vegas was so much harder. Maybe that's because you couldn't do certain things, you couldn't sprint. Um, I actually recently forgot, because it's been so long since I played the game, that you actually get broken limbs. And if you're playing on the higher difficulties, oh my god, I can only imagine. You need like doctor's bags, and I think if you're on the hardest difficulty, you can only heal like one limb at a time. Stim packs heal over time, which obviously that kind of that makes sense. I think most games do that when you go on a hard difficulty. And just stuff like that. And it's, oh man, certain aspects that I give, the weapons, the fact that you have to keep extra weapons in your inventory along with armor and different things like that, so you can repair everything. It's just, like, it's a balance system. Someone was saying it earlier, it is a balance system. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even paying attention to where I'm going right now. Let me at least put a quest on. But yeah. The one thing I will say is all three of these games are like in their own right, especially considering New Vegas and Fallout 3 came out so long ago. I know quality-wise and bug-wise, they don't technically live up to like, time. But I don't know, man. Maybe it's just because I was able to. I grew up on a PS1. I mean, I don't love like Resident Evil 4. Oh man, I hated that gameplay. Like you can make some choppy gameplay, and I just can't play. It doesn't matter if it's kind of new, like newer, or if it's on a PS1. If the gameplay just feels not fluid and choppy, I just can't. And maybe sometimes it's just me that feels that way. Oh yeah, let's do this. Um, but like I don't know. I'm used to older games. I used to play Galaga a ton. In fact, I used to have this little game system that would just come with two wires that you would plug into your TV. It was like AV cables before HDMI was a thing. And yeah, I had like Pac-Man, Galaga, a few other games on there, a racing game. Shit was dope. Oh yeah, this is one of the mods. I'm pretty sure I talked about in the last video. Pre-walled settlements. I want to add more mods as I'm going. I'm trying to slowly add mods to make the game a little bit more difficult. Um, but right now I'm in the early stages of the game, so it's really kind of like I don't need to make it too difficult yet. But like later on, I want to add more Deathclaw spawns and different things like that once I get further in the game. But yeah, so I haven't done anything other than clear out like majority of everything. So, and then Covenant, or not Covenant, the fucking place I'm supposed to go to is over here, that sewer, I guess. So, but the one thing Fallout 4 did prove, and I'm not even gonna lie, man, it's shocking how much I sometimes don't pay attention to things, or just like, I guess because I'm jumping from game to game, how much detail I forget about until, I watch someone's video and they talk about it. Like, I knew the dialogue was 30 times better, and I definitely knew there wasn't anyone doing the voice acting or whatever. I just didn't realize how I guess I couldn't process or notice how different the dialogue was. Like I knew the dialogue was fucked because I'd be like, oh, it's a raider, of course. Oh, this revolver. I suck at aiming, dog. Oh, mother fucker. Oh, I'm so dead. Watch me die right now. Oh, never mind. I thought my health was lower. Hold on. And that's what happens when you don't pay attention while you're walking. I don't know if I'm autistic or, I mean, not autistic, ADHD, I don't know why I said autistic, but like, yeah, I swear I cannot focus on nothing, bro. So like, in fact, I already got distracted by those two guys. I'm supposed to be going over there. I'll be fine. Alright. Well, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so Fallout 4, the one thing Fallout 4 proved was, you can literally, one mechanic can make or break a game. Because yeah, there's a lot of things that are completely different in Fallout 4. A lot of things that they did better, that were quality of life changes, you know, adding the sprint, making it so you don't have to freaking repair your weapons all the time, different things like that. They did add, like, people say that third mission that you play where you go and you save Preston Garvey and the rest of the Minutemen, what's left of them. People say that's a bad mission. Someone made a very good point. It's not a bad mission. It's placed poorly. They literally gave you a mission that should have been at least, I don't know what, 25th, 30th mission in, like main story wise, not counting side missions. I don't know how many missions are usually in a Fallout game because, you know, I've never actually beat one. I've gone kind of far in a couple of them, but I've never actually, like, oh, fishman there. Never actually, like, beaten one. So, like, I never even honestly got to any parts where I used power armor. I think I finally did a playthrough on New Vegas where I made it to New Vegas, like, in, yeah. I'm mad.
Yes. Yeah.
So no dialogue. Gay. Should I just shoot this man? It's kind of bad. It gave you the power armor right away, and don't get me wrong, literally the easy parts and use up your fusion cores. I mean, I don't really see the point in using power armor early levels. I feel like power armor is, it's like basic ones, it's kind of like, like save them for the death claws, you know what I'm saying? So you can, I think that's why they have you use fusion cores, but that's why I think certain people don't like power armor. Like, oh yeah, here's this great, fantastic power armor that we're just gonna hand you, but now you gotta get fusion cores to use it, and it just kind of makes it feel almost pointless. Even though the power armor is great, it makes you feel like you're getting into an actual suit compared to the other ones. You know, I've seen the clips of Fallout 3 and New Vegas power armor. It literally just looks like in fact, essentially, it looks better than this. But yeah, like, this is already like semi-close, like better graphics of kind of what that armor looks like. It's just more detailed and a little bit thicker. But this is the new Minuteman armor that I added from the mod. But
Hey, Dan.
Some people up ahead. I'll follow your lead.
But the mission wasn't bad. But because they gave you the mission early, I'll be honest with y'all, I don't think I've ever actually used a minigun unless I happen to kill a guy who had one. But even then, I think I've only used a minigun, sadly, in Fallout 4 now that I think about it. So I've never even probably used a minigun in Fallout. So when you guys said that shit was weak, I was like, I mean, it feels really fucking weak. And then I forget what video I watched, but he pointed out that they had to make it weak since they're giving you the death claw right away, which is, you know, like supposed to be like at least level, like they have it all split up into different areas, like what creatures you're gonna face in the different areas. You know, they'll break it down. So over here you're facing rad roaches, mole rats, you know, stuff like that, little stuff. Then you go out more, you start facing mirelurks and blood bugs, and you know all this other, you know, it just progresses, and that's how Fallout is. So why, when you're in like a level 5 area, are you facing a Deathclaw? It makes absolutely no sense. And like people that are brand new to the series that don't like if you've literally just watched the show, say what you want, PC runs the best games hands down. Even I can admit that even if I never get a PC and actively like start playing myself.
Hey, Dan.
Just what the hell are they doing down here?
On one, but like the way the games look, that the games that they can run, they're just better. And the fact that they don't get support for these games, and it's hard, like it's not like you can play New Vegas on here and you can play Fallout 3 on here, but you have to stream it. So if there's no line, which before the Fallout show, oh yeah, I probably could have streamed it, but it just, I don't know, man. Streaming it's not the same. You have to have a good Wi-Fi connection. It can be, there's a difference between laggy and buggy, and you can't tell a difference in a Fallout game. I'm telling you. Hold on. What weapon do I want to use?
Just because Jacob vouched for you doesn't mean you can enter the compound. Why should I let you in?
I just want to talk with whoever's in charge here. I'm sure we can come to an arrangement.
We'll see. I'll take her to Dr. Chambers. She can decide what to do with
And the thing, I was about to come out and shoot him. I had to remember what my stats were. I have really high intelligence and pretty high charisma. I'm at an 8.
Blythe! Hey, Blythe!
Torture. They are sick. Just give me the signal.
Yes, what is it, Manny?
I thought you guys were done with Subject 12.
Oh, yes, the interview's over. I'm just reviewing the data on Question 4. It's fascinating, really.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Certainly.
But yeah. So, like, New Vegas and Fallout 3 might run better. Like, if you're able to have copies on the Xbox specifically, that's probably the best place to play it. I didn't even know this game existed until my friend showed me it on his Xbox. Not Fallout 4. It was New Vegas.
Huh?
I had no idea Fallout existed until that day, and something about New Vegas, man, just blew my mind. The aesthetics, the uniqueness of the world, just God, it blew my mind. He took me so many places, and but like the way the world opens up, the twists, the turns, it keeps you going, man. It keeps you hooked. I know that there's been some retcons, you know, but I mean this show's already trying to do what, like 200 years of history. Like that's a lot of fucking history, dog. Like, I mean, Lord of the Rings has probably a lot more to deal with, but I don't know if Lord of the Rings has plot holes. I'm not trying to like go and look for them, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're talking literally about so much history, made up history. How does someone come up with this and keep track of it? That's wild. Like, especially like Like the way the fan bases have been, like you can't make
So the
anything
one
without them breathing down
investigating
your
Stockton's
neck, man.
caravan
And then you
has
make
arrived.
something, and your message
Do
might
you
be
even
over
know
here,
that his supposed
but because
daughter
we're so
is in all
woke
likelihood
now, and this, I don't, bro,
No
I can't
matter.
even keep up with
Let me be upfront about
everything going
this.
on.
There are
You
two
do one
ways
thing, and
this
you're
meeting can end. We come to an agreement,
I don't know why I'm talking during
or
this
there's
cutscene.
violence.
Is that it?
I'd prefer a peaceful solution.
As would I. Let me pose a question to you. What would you do if your family was destroyed by a synth right in front of you when you were but a child? Would you roll over and accept it? Or would you do something about it?
It sounds like you didn't let it go.
Oh, whoops! I meant to
No,
press
I did not.
triangle.
It may not look like it, but there's a
misclick.
war being fought. As long as the Institute walks invisibly amongst us, they strike without warning and control us from the shadows. I've dedicated my life to devising a test to detect these hidden synths, to root
I
them
want
out
to know what happened
so
there,
they can be
so I can
extinguished.
understand a little bit.
Isn't that a goal worth fighting for?
I understand taking down the Institute, but I don't agree with taking down all the synths.
Who really knows what the Institute is responsible for?
I
And
keep
how
doing that.
do
I meant to
they
press
manage
triangle
to
again.
keep us in the dark. A
God, I'm
living
terrible at
synth is
Don't even see me
indistinguishable
play
from a
fucking
human by
like
any
Until
medical
Dawn, dog.
test
Oh my
yet
god,
devised.
played that game like
But
3
it
times
turns
and
out
still fucking cut my finger off for
psychology
the
can
3rd time in a
detect
row.
a difference. Enter the safe test. The test is in its infancy, but through sacrifice and perseverance, our success rate is improving.
And the safe test works?
Oh, yes. Autopsies confirm the test is getting more accurate. There's something in the questions which provokes a response from synth, but the exact trigger is elusive. The margin of error is admittedly high, 4 or 5 false positives per synth, but one day we hope to get it to 1 or 2 false positives.
But your methods are barbaric. It's torture.
To improve the safe test, intense psychological pressure must be applied to our test subjects. It is distasteful, but necessary. Covenant is many things. A refuge for the broken people left in the wake of the Institute's rampages. A place of safety and healing. But most importantly, it is our one chance to end this age of paranoia. I will make you a deal. If you let me dispose of Stockton's synth and continue our work, I'll match whatever reward you were offered.
I've had my fill of crazy on this contract. No deal.
Fortunate for me, I wasn't talking to you.
You side with this nut job, and we're going to have a serious, deadly problem.
Don't kill the girl. Spare her.
Impossible. The odds are too great she's an Institute infiltrator. Even if she is an unfortunate victim in this war, sparing her can compromise everything.
Sorry. Lucy wouldn't do it.
Sorry. That's a deal I won't accept.
Then you'll just have to kill me.
You shouldn't have come.
some, Doc.
Okay. Yeah, probably nothing.
Oh damn, they fucked him up.
They knew we were coming. Must have tripped some sort of sensor. I bet you 50 caps there's a lot more where they came from.